Hello, I'm Harry Potter, and you're watching Creative Commentaries for Bird Films? No, I'm just kidding. I was going to have this be a whole animated Harry Potter and go through the whole commentary for this one in that, but I don't have time to animate Harry Potter over my face, so you're going to have to just deal with me. I'm sorry. You're watching Creative Commentary. I'm Bard. This is the 2009 film Harry, Hermione, and Herbert's Haunted Halloween Hints. My basic premise for this movie actually originated from 2002. After watching the second prequel in the Star Wars trilogy, I decided it would be an absolutely fantastic thing to have all of the characters on popsicle sticks saying absolutely asinine things and being really stupid and crying and dying because their hearts are broken and all sorts of other really, really stupid things. And I never did it. And the thought just kind of languished. And then in 2009, I don't know exactly what happened, but I just said, hey, why don't I apply this to Harry Potter? So the basic premise is, for the two of you out there that don't know, I'm not particularly fond of the Harry Potter series. As a story, I think it has several failings, several dozen failings, and as characters, I think they have a lot of other problems. I'm not going to go into them here. If you want to know, you can certainly contact me, but don't expect to change my mind, because I am one of two people in the world who just doesn't like Harry Potter. I'm sorry, it's true. So what I'm going to talk about as we go through this, I'm not going to talk about Harry, I'm not going to talk about any of the things behind what I'm doing. I'm just going to talk about purely from the movie standpoint. I think the actual animation does the job of saying what it is I don't like fairly blatantly. So we shall begin. Play. So I wanted to make it feel really theatrical. I really wanted to crank up the idea of it being really, really play-ish. Also, I can't hear things, so I have to have something. The audio in general is something that I ended up not being really happy with. I have this really junky microphone, and anytime I tried to do Ron's voice, it just naturally, when I try to do Ron, to differentiate from Harry, because I'm doing both male voices, I had to be louder and more obnoxious, and the microphone that I had just freaking would not, it just kept, whatever that word is they use in microphone recording, kept breaking, tipping out, maximizing, blowing out, whatever. It sounded terrible. So I ended up having to try and do it while whispering, and it doesn't sound great. The quality is not good. And that was something that, more than anything else, I was really disappointed with. But everything else I was very happy with. I love the quality of the visuals. I actually think I did a pretty good job. A much better job than I thought I was going to do, of capturing the essences of the characters and just doing silly things like having his arms spin in the circles. I mean, when you have them just as little tiny puppets, I mean, you can do so many things. You just can't do otherwise. And I apologize that I have the audio on as well, because I need to be able to see.
You fall back on your mom's love shield.
What can I say about this scene? Popsicle sticks are fun.
Love shield.
I had a bit of a problem at first figuring out how I wanted to have characters turn around. I actually decided, because it's a two-dimensional character, I ended with having them just do this, and they do it very quickly, and then I mirror them over the other side. Done fast, it's a pretty convincing. I mean, they're supposed to be 2D cutouts anyway, so it worked rather nicely.
Trick.
The font is actually available for free. You can download it. It is the official Harry Potter font.
do the...
So I was very happy that I was able to get that because I really, really like the vibe it gives. I mean, I don't think it would work if I used Comic Sans or some other similar thing. Another thing I wanted to do was really make all the scenery feel completely different than anything I'd done before. So I really pushed 2D. It is a cardboard cutout. There is a leg holding these things up. I didn't want to reuse assets from other films. The moon is completely different. Everything in my mind should look like it was on a stage that like high schoolers or middle schoolers would put together. I wanted it to look really silly. Coming up here, we have Gollum. I had considered, as a starting point, I actually used the model of Gollum that I did in my Christmas card from 2002. And comparing them now, I'm actually really happy with how he came out. And again, part of this is because I use this Cintiq now, so I can just draw directly, and I don't have the same restrictions that I used to have.
Always use your head and make sure nobody gave you any dirty candy.
I love how I said that. Dirty candy! I love how Gandalf came out. I love the poison bouncing out on a wire.
Yay!
I think Gandalf is probably my favorite design here from ever. I may go back one day and reuse him in some other films because he's fantastic. And I love here when he starts doing little chicken. It's great. Oh, that's good stuff. And I like that each scene was kind of short and to the point. I didn't want to have it feel too drawn out. I didn't want it to get too boring, so I liked that each scene sort of resets after 30 seconds or 40 seconds or whatever. That little orange time frame on the bottom is a flash remnant. I considered getting rid of it, but it involved updating all my source files and having to re-output them and re-change them into it's a long, complicated story. I thought having the flash bar there for a few seconds is a worthy trade-off to me not having to waste my time on laborious duties. But originally in the flash file it would let you stop, pause, pick exactly where it's the same thing as YouTube's control. I just built it into Flash. I like their candy bags too. The music I downloaded, it was a MIDI. I don't remember exactly where I got it from. You could do a search for Harry Potter music and I think it comes up pretty quick for download. I also liked having the play on Patronum or Patronus or whatever it was. And where he constantly just tries to say it and he gets it wrong all the time. Also, he did Halloween hint. I like morality stories. And there's our friend the Orange Bar coming back to say hello. Halloween a kiss. Everyone a kiss. Good stuff. And that brings us to the end of another fine animated cartoon. I would just like to say that for those of you who love Harry Potter, I don't hold it against you. I really don't. I got mad love for the pot. Not really, but we'll pretend. Just today. Goodbye.